Hi everyone, and welcome to my What I Read in 2021. So, basically, I'll give a little summary of each book, I'll give a rating, and I'll let you guys know if I recommend it or not. I'll go in order of when I read them, so like the first book I read to like the last of the year. And then I'll also, yeah, that's it. Basically, I started reading like last year. I kind of started reading in 2020, but like not really. And then I started reading like last year. So yeah, these are the books I read. So first is Missing Presumed by Susie Steiner. This book, okay. I had to remember real quick what it was about. But basically, there's a detective. It's like thriller slash like murder mystery. And basically, there's a detective, and she has 3 clues left. She got left with 3 clues about where a university girl, she like disappeared. So she's like investigating like the 3 clues, who might have done because there was like blood left behind. So it's like, is she dead? Is she alive? Like no one knows where she is. So they're investigating, trying to figure out like what happened to her. This book was pretty good, not gonna lie. I think there was like quite a few curse words. So that's like a con, but I would rate it out of 5. I'm doing all these out of 5. I'd rate it a good like 3-4. It was interesting. It was pretty good. And I recommend it. Honestly, I would, but like watch out for like the curse words. And then next I have Leave No Trace. I don't even know if you can see if they're flipped when I turn the camera. But this one's by Mejia. This one was good. I'm already gonna let you know. This one was good. I recommend it. And basically it was about, there was a dad and a son. They went missing. The son appears, and he's like in a mental hospital because like they think he's crazy, and then they are trying to find his dad, but like the son doesn't want to tell where the dad is because like they're probably gonna like take him to jail or something like that. And then like the therapist, his therapist, they start to like grow a connection with each other, and like she's like helping the patient find her dad. So like they're escaping the mental home and like stuff like that. This one was good. Like this is a good, like, I don't know if it was explicit. There might have been, probably, yeah. And then like it's basically about the patient and the psychiatrist. I think she is. Yeah, the psychiatrist. I rated a 4. It was good. Like, next I have The Grapes of Wrath. This is a classic. I started reading it in class, but we didn't finish it, so I finished it on my own. This book was good, but like, if you don't like old books, you're not gonna like it. But it's by John Steinbeck, and basically it's about, there was a Dust Bowl, so it's about a family, the Jode family? Yeah, the Jodes. They're from Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure it's based on a true story. Yeah, I think it's based on a true story. Basically, they're trying to move to California because that's where they were, like, most people are going because there's work and there's resources and stuff like that. So like it's basically their journey to California. It was pretty good. It's like almost 500 pages, but it's pretty good if you haven't read like a classic, like you might like it. Some of the words are like, kind of hard to read, but it was pretty good. Next is Alice Bliss by Laura Harrington. this book was so cute. Like, oh, I didn't rate The Grapes of Wrath. It's a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. It's the only classic I've read, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but yeah. Alice Bliss. I rate this book. Okay, this book was about a little girl. Her dad went to the military, and then it's like a cute little like book. Basically, she's like going through her emotions of like how she feels with her dad gone, and then she's like looking like she kind of like likes this boy, and they like kind of have a thing. It's super cute. It's not like anything like drama-y. It's like a cute book about like a teenager girl. This book is super cute. I gave it a 4, and I would recommend. The next book I have here is Forever Beach. Looks like this, by Shelley Noble. This book is basically about there's like a daughter, the mom that wants to adopt a daughter, and then the birth mother. And basically the birth mother, she gave her the daughter up for adoption, and she is like kind of like, you know, she uses like drugs and alcohol, so like she's not really like fit to have the daughter. But after like a few, I think she's like 3 or 4 years old, she claimed to be sober, and then she went to court because she wants her daughter back, even though she's the one that gave her up for adoption because she wasn't sober. And then basically the book is about the process of who gets the daughter. I think her name is Layla, that's her name. Who gets Layla, and yeah, basically the mom trying to fight for her daughter back, but like, oh, she wouldn't be safe there because like she's probably gonna relapse again, which she's been known to do that in the past. So it's basically about that. This book was really good. I give it a 4, and I would recommend it because it's kind of sad. It's like kind of sad, and like, you know, but it's like kind of real life, so it's a good book. Then I have next Last Seen Alive. Yeah, Last Seen Alive. Looks like this, by Claire Douglas. This book was basically about Libby and Jamie. They're married. They swap houses with the Haywoods, and because the Haywoods' daughter was like in the hospital, they needed to be closer to the hospital to like check up on her, so they swapped houses, and some weird like weird things are happening at the Haywoods' house, and it's because someone knows her secret, and like they're trying to get back at her. So the book is basically about her trying to figure out who's doing this to her and why. So it's like mystery thriller ish, and it was very good. It was kind of short. It was like 320 something pages, but it was a good book. I give it a 3. It was pretty good. Would I recommend? Yeah, I would recommend it. It's pretty good. Next I have Behind Our Eyes by Sarah Pinborough or something like that. And this book, it's also either a Netflix show or movie, but basically it's about Louise. She's a single mom. She's at the bar one night, and she gets together with this guy, and then turns out he is actually her boss when she goes in for her new job, or she goes in for work and he's the new boss. It's either he's new or she's new at the job. Okay, whatever. And then she also figures out that he's married. So then that's like a thing. And then she eventually, what's her name? Louise. She eventually gets to know the wife. And they end up being friends, and then the wife is trying to turn her against the husband, saying like, oh, he's making me do all these things, take all these medications, and he's holding me like basically hostage. I can't even have a phone or credit card, like whatever. So that's the gist of that. So then basically the truth comes out about like whether like she's telling the truth and like whose side she ends up being on in the end, whether she trusts David more or Adele. Because like she's friends with Adele, but then she's like with David, so like she has to like kind of pick a side. But yeah, that book was pretty good. I give it a good like 3. Like a good 3, maybe 3.5. Would I recommend? How long was it? It was like 300. It was like almost like exactly 300 pages. So I would recommend, but like yeah. Last I have Trust Me by Philippi Ryan. This book was about another court case where a mother was accused of killing her daughter, and there's a journalist who just lost her husband and daughter in a car accident, and she's like grieving with that, but then she also got assigned a task to write a book about the court case in 2 weeks. So she had a 2-week limit to write a book about the case of whether she killed her daughter or not. And then she's writing the book, and like, you know, she's trying to figure out more details about whether she actually did it. And basically that's what the book is about. You know, her writing the book, also grieving with her situation of her family, like losing her husband and daughter. Yeah. So that book was good. Like that book was good. I give it a. What did I give it? I give it a 4. It was good. It had a. What was the ending? The ending. Oh, that ending was good. But out of all the books I read, I would recommend this one the most. Leave the Trace. It was really good, and it had a good ending. So like 10 out of 10. That is a 5. That book is so good. Yeah, that's what I read in 2021. I hope you liked it, and if you do, shoot thumbs up. If you don't, but that's like it. I'll post like next week or something, I think. Thank you for watching, guys.